So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. After what has felt like the longest week and a half of our lives, we are back bringing you more great racing action here on GT7, and the quest for the season 24 championships starts tonight. That's right, we are back 3 divisions across the next 3 days for 10 weeks as we bid to crown 3 more champions. And we start tonight with the always exciting GT3. And new season, new cars, new drivers, new experiences, new things to watch, and well, GT3 has a lot to live up to after what was an incredible end to season 23, which might stick in the throat of my co-commentator a little bit. I am joined on co-commentary tonight by Mr. Joker. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, and yes, you may call me the uncrowned back-to-back champion.
Crown the championship. I mean, how does it feel to lose the championship to Felipe Massa?
I mean, he's not happy with it. I wasn't happy with it, but life goes on, doesn't it? So,
well, you were part of. Personally, that is possibly the great. It was definitely the greatest GT3 race I've ever watched. It might have even been the greatest FTRL race I've ever watched and commentated on. Just absolute drama all the way to the flag. Incredible race. I literally had no idea how it was going to turn out. Obviously, the turnout in the stewards to affect the result was obviously a sore point for all of us. Like I say, it is what it is. And it's 1 each now, so best of 3 this season between you and Dusty Fossil.
Oh, I think it's going to be a bit tricky for us. There's lots of competitive drivers in GT2. I think is Lennon still in GT2?
He is indeed.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be that's going to be interesting. So, yeah.
So, kicking off GT3 then. You were here last season. You're back in GT2 this season. So, we're going to crown a new champion this season. This is our 4th season of GT3. Who's first on track? That person is Mikey. Look at it. So this will be our 4th championship. Of course, 2 of the 3 championships so far have gone down to the last race, so we're hoping for more of the same this time out. So, what does season 24 look like for GT3? Well, we've simplified it a little bit from last season. Simple strokes for simple folks. It's the first dig of the season, and that is a couple of minutes in. Not bad. So we've got 10 weeks, as I mentioned before. We've got 7 sprint weeks, 3 endurance weeks this time around, and just the 2 cars to choose from. 1 in Group 4, which is the Aston Martin Vantage V8, and 1 in Group 3, which is the Aston Martin V12 Vantage GT3. So, best of British in both. And we're going to go on board now for a lap of Sardegna A, which is hosting our first round with Mikey, then who's leading us over the crest of the hill. Open up the apex and using this curbing on the outside into turn 1. Try not to get in the gravel. Mikey has not listened. Tricky first corner there. Might be a bit of a bottleneck at turn 1, lap 1. Keep an eye out for some action there then as we head through the sweeping S's. Down then to the next big breaking point, the left-hander here. Good opportunity to send it down the inside. I'm not forgetting to feed my cats, Max. They have been fed, thank you. Through the S's there. And a short sprint up towards the church. Find your braking marker. Down a couple of gears then. Tuck into the apex there. Mikey is leaving a Jumbo Jet's width between himself and the apex. As he heads up the back straight then. This will be a good chance for slipstreaming. He's got a car tucked in behind him actually. Who is it? Is it Odon? It is Odon, so Odon's getting some slipstream. We head through the crest under the bridge. And hard on the brakes then for the hairpin. All the way down the second gear. Apex is nicely that time. And it starts to pick up the speed through the sweeping section. Then we've got a very tricky right-left here. It's an uphill blind crest for the right, and then it's a very tricky left here. It's blind with this barrier. Mikey having out of 2 bites as he turns in there. And then down then to the final hairpin. Late on the brakes as you dare. Down again, down the second gear. Get the car rotated. Use that little bit of curb on the outside there. Just open the exit up. And now it's just foot to the floor. This right-hander, which should just be flat. Use a little bit of the run-off there on the outside. And it crosses the line, and the first time on the board is a 1:50.1 from Mikey. However, that mistake at turn 1, I might see that get beaten now. He's half a second up on Odon, despite Odon having slipstream for a good chunk of that. However, Matman has now usurped him as well. So then let's have a look at the runners and riders and who's taking part in this season of GT3. We'll start with the man currently on provisional pole. It is Matman. The Geordie is currently sitting on provisional pole after his first lap there in the James Bond Casino Royal livery on his Aston Martin. However, he has been knocked down to 002 as Face Potter has popped himself onto provisional pole with his first flyer. And a very shiny red Disney car. What's he got on the front there?
Rusties.
There we go. So, some interesting themes. The shine will definitely be a distraction to the drivers behind him and around him. So, clever ploy there with the chrome finish. So he's on pole position then. His third season.
People do that.
Batman in second then. Just Mikey in third there in the Dayglow Super Dry car. You won't be missing him. And I suppose the important question for you, Joker, is how many laps do you think it's going to be before Mikey finds a gravel trap or is backwards?
Well, I mean, he found one on his outlap, didn't he? So
yeah,
he's already...
he just did the toe. He did the toe in that one. Wasn't a proper one. Wasn't a proper Mikey moment.
No, this season's going to be completely different for Mikey. He's going to be clean the whole way through.
Okay, well,
right,
I'll remind you, but you've said that after 3 laps when he's backwards. P4 then, currently Johnny Boy, who joined us last season with a view of starting this season. However, it just happened that we had a couple of people drop out, so he got to dip his toe in and get himself acclimatised to FTRL last season. And currently sitting P4 then after the first run, although he's just been dropped down to P4 by Odon. Back for his third season as well in this... he got a Mandalorian car, hasn't he? So Mandalorian livery for him. Johnny Boy there in his West Ham livery then, so another Hammer. He's currently in P5. Zombie then goes P6. Back with us, of course. He dropped out last season after he moved house. But he is back with us. Great to have him back. What livery have we got on his car? Monster Energy. Yeah, classic. Nice and bright though, bit of colour on that one. Love to see that then. Who's just gone to the top of the pile? It is, after all, stalwart, it is Zomlar to the point then in the Sneak Energy car. He has found the gravel quite deep at turn 1. Oh, there we go. Nice side profile as he comes across the camera. Not literally.
Full throttle into the barrier there.
Well, into the barrier, yep. He'll get it spin round, but yeah, he's gone for... He was famed last season for some bright cars. He's gone for the monochrome look this season, black and white. So, but currently deserving him well. Of course, he started last season really strongly. It was a nice battle with himself at Brands Hatch to start last season off in the Vipers. And he looks like he's continuing his strong start to the season.
Yeah, so long as Zomlar is not kind of targeted, by everyone.
Face Potter.
He tends to have good races. So Zom will be one to watch this season. Matman as well, because he had some pretty decent showings last season.
Yeah, definitely came on leaps and bounds toward the end of last season. So.
Yeah, so I think with say like me and Dusty out of the way, it's there's quite a few people here that are very similar sort of paced.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a tight little championship, I think.
So Mikey has just decided to split the difference between FaZe Potter and Zom. It was less than a tenth between those two. Mikey's down the middle end to P2. In P5 currently then we've got a man coming down from GT2. It's Oblivion Element, of course, who was in GT2 in the first season. Of course, he finished runner-up to Oven. He has switched to wheel for the first time this season. One of the things that has been fairly obvious with him over the last couple of seasons is that he was quite heavy on his tyre wear, being a pad user. So I'm hoping to see an improvement in his tyre wear management. Now he's on wheel. Take note, Aaron Taylor. And he goes to provisional pole with that run then, 49.4. So he could be one of the favourites for the title this season then. How is Zom going to respond? He's on a slow lap, so he's a bit further down. And who haven't we gone through? Derek then, who came oh so close to victory in that final race last season. He was hunting you down there at the end of the race.
Hunting me down, or was I saving fuel? I mean, it's
bit of both.
Yeah, predominantly I was saving fuel. I was on fuel mix 3 for most of it.
Yeah, fair play. Fair enough then. Well, Derek, he was a bit of a revelation last season. He came down from GT2 when he first joined FTRL, and he thrived last season, and he's gone purple in Sector 1, so he's definitely going to be a force to reckon with this season. It was great to see him battling at the sharp end, didn't quite get that elusive win last season, but was on the front row at Brands Hatch. Several podiums across the season, so I'm expecting big things from Derek here. He could be another one very much in the title question. So we'll see how he gets on. Behind him currently is the Motorhub Media. Joined us towards the end of last season. And he's now part of your Sim Demon collection, I believe, collective.
Indeed, new official team for
Junior.
starting this season, the Sim Demon Drive. And Motorhub Media is our sort of a GT3 entrant. Just got to get him a bit more comfortable in these races. But I'm sure he'll do all right as the season progresses.
We'll see how he gets on. So currently P10. Unfortunately, then we are missing Mr. Goycarp. However, standing in for him is FTRL stalwart, FTRL Autism, aka Co Andy. And unfortunately, Jesus has also decided to impale his fingers. So he's being filled in for tonight by the first GT3 champion. It is Jadon84, aka the preheated oven. Odon, meanwhile, has popped himself onto provisional pole with 49.2. So Odon laying down a marker. Is he going to be in the title question this season? He's got quicker and quicker. He got the award for the most improved driver in both GT3 and GT2 last season. So expecting big things from him this season. Is this his time to shine? And as Aaron has just pointed out, please do like the stream. So there's 27 people in here already, so we are stacked up with viewers. And make sure you push that like button a bit of churn. James does like filling in, yes. Spilling in for men.
Just having a little look-see here. Top 6 covered by 3 temps, is it?
Yeah. And half a second covers the top 7 with Matman. So, super close at the front. This is exactly what we want from this season. Now, Jadon and Andy, because they're filling in, they don't get to qualify. So they'll start at the back. They're all getting half points for their drivers. And they're also having to use the hard tyres, while everybody else is going to be on the softs. As Matman takes provisional pole. Ooh. Good evening, Dane, as well. Welcome to the chat. He reckons Odon is going to be top 3 in the championship this season. No doubt about it. There we go then. So
that's a bold statement to make.
Bold statement.
I think.
Well, it's P2 at the minute,
because there are 6, possibly 7 drivers who I think are in with that are going to be battling for that top honours. I think.
Odon's just gone purple in sector 1. So he is laying down another marker here. So let's nail some flags to some posts. Who do you think is going to be the GT3 champion? So we haven't seen any action yet in terms of racing. We have no results yet. This is purely based on our knowledge of these guys.
I mean, after last season, in little conversations that I was having with him, I was kind of, bigging up Matman. But there's so many factors. I mean, last season, race 1, Zom was pushing me hard for that Brands Hatch win, and the guy is tenacious. So, any of these guys, any of these top 7, as it stands at the moment in qualifying, are in with a solid shout. Mikey maybe a bit less, depending on how much he spins. Hopefully he doesn't spin as much this season. Please, Mikey, do not spin as much. Because then he would be in the picture just as much. Odon's improved his lap to take pole.
Odon goes back to provisional pole. Mikey goes 3rd. So then, in the chat then, we've got Aaron reckons Derek is the favourite. Matman, Oblivion, Odon and Zom close behind. And Safe reckons Derek as well. Obviously, Dane's put his... Well, he's nailed Odon for a top 3, but who does he think is going to be one? Biggles has gone Mikey for P1. He's put googly eyes for Zom for the championship. So let's let us know what you think, boys and girls, and others. Attack helicopters, however you identify it. Let us know who do you think is going to be this season's GT3 champion.
Derek improves to P5. Of course, it seemed that Derek
just
wasn't
improved
really...
again. He's up to 4th.
Derek wasn't prepared to qualify for this round, apparently.
Yeah, of course, after, there was some, let's just say, aggressive manoeuvres going on at the end of the last race of last season. Provisionally, he did get a qualifying ban for this week, however, it was rescinded. So he has had to psych himself up. Now the fuel's coming off a little bit home. He's gone for Oblivion, which is probably not a bad shout. However, he finds himself P5 at the minute, but only 3.5 tenths off of pole. And in 5th. And of course, it's 10 weeks. We've got 7 sprint weeks, which are going to be 3 races, and then 3 endurance races, including a wet week. So, of course, we had our first GT3 wet week last season. One you probably will remember quite fondly, Jeff, as you won.
Yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed that race. I don't know why. Usually I hate rain races on Gran Turismo 7.
Strategy-wise, that worked absolutely perfectly for you, because, of course, you were sort of, what were you, about 4th or 5th at one point, and then had a spin, and I was like, well, that's Jeff out of the equation, and then... strategy-wise, suddenly you were back at the front and you won the race quite comfortably as well.
Just for no reason, drove off the track.
Yeah. Just thought, I like that bit of grass. I'm going to park there.
Yeah, idiot.
Well, there we go then. Final runs. Odon is the man currently holding on to provisional pole. He's on his final lap. Mattman has finished, so he will be second at best. Mikey's on his final run. Zom's coming to the final hairpin. Here comes Oblivion to the line. Currently P5, and he snatches back provisional pole by 6 thousandths of a second.
Derek comes across, stays P6.
Zom has, I think, bailed out of his lap, so he's not going to improve. Who's coming round next? It's going to be Jadon, who's qualifying. No, in fact, he's just getting a sighter in, I believe.
As he ploughs into the back of Zom.
Gives him a yeet. Johnny Boy's finished then, he's starting 9th, Zombie starting 8th, face Potter then coming out the final corner. Is this going to improve? No, he does, marginally, and he goes up to 7th. No, in fact, he stays 7th. Who we got then? It's Mikey and Odon.
Odon, yeah, coming up to the penultimate turn.
So Mikey's first, he's at the final hairpin. Oh, he's got the grass though.
A little bit of grass. Odon takes it cleaner.
Here we go then, final 2 flying laps. Mikey out of the final corner. Oh, using all that runoff there of the C layout to the line. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. He's half a second down. What about Odon? Oh no, just 2 tenths shy. So he misses out on his first pole position by 6 thousandths of a second then. So Oblivion on his debut on wheel snatches the first pole position of the season, with 3 races ahead of us this evening then. I was going to say a couple of guys from the pits, that's why we all have to wait for the timer to run down then. So there we have it then. Oblivion back in GT3 and back at the pointy end then. He pedalled that Beetle last season with a Panda. Rushton's betting on Derek for the title. Here we go then. So Oblivion on pole, just 6 thousandths of a second though, the difference there. Snatching it from Odon, Mattman then, and Just Mikey line up on a row 2 together. Then we've got Zom and Derek, 5th and 6th. They will share the 3rd row. Face Potter and Zombie share row 4 together. Johnny Boy and the Motorhub Media sharing row 5. And then we've got Jadon, Andy and Tom Duval, who unfortunately looked like he lagged out in qualifying. But he'll be starting P13 then. So, qualifying over and done with then. The first race about to kick off then. 13 laps of this A layout. Who do we think is going to win the first race of the season? Get your predictions in now then. Is it going to be Oblivion back in GT3 on the pole? Odon looking racer though. Mattman, Mikey, Zom, Derek, all looking quick as well. Just 3 tenths of a second cover the top 6. So it is super tight in that pack at the front.
Is Mikey aware that he might have to custom grid this to get Tom in?
Maybe. Yes, he has.
Yeah.
There we go. So we will just be sorting out a custom grid now that Tom's back in the lobby.
Have you done a rundown of the races?
As in the calendar?
For tonight, for how the length and rules and stuff?
Right then, so week 1 is a sprint week then. The tyre wear is ×1, the fuel is ×3. We've got 13 laps soft only, standing start for race 1. Then we've got race 2, another 13 laps with a full reverse grid with a rolling start for race 2. And then race 3 is a 10 lap race, medium tyres only, and a full reverse grid again from the race 2 result with a rolling start. So some different stipulations for the drivers to get their head around then. So those at the front of race 1 are going to be fighting through from the back in race 2, and then same again in race 3. So I should potentially see a mixed order, especially them running on the medium tyres in that third race, having done 2 races on the soft tyres. You're going to have to adjust, of course, for the difference in grip. So much for them to play for them. While we wait for the new lobby to start, we'd love to start the grid to be sorted. This detail back up again.
Fat Dane is saying he is contractually obliged to say that Zom's going to win. Hashtag royally thick racing.
Absolutely. So let's have a look at the calendar then for this season then. So week 1, okay, we are at our Sardegna 8. Next week we are at Grand Valley South. That's Grand Valley Highway South, of course. Back on GT7 after missing from GT Sport. Of course, reimagined now with the highway circuit. That plays host to round 2. Then we're at Road Atlanta for round 3 and Laguna Seca at round 4. So a bit of an American tour for rounds 2, 3 and 4. Week 5 then is the first endurance of the season. It is Lago Maggiore GP. Then week 6 after a week break, because a number of us are going to be at Spa for the World Endurance Championship. We return with Red Bull Ring. Another endurance race, and that is the wet week as well. Tri Mountain then hosts around 7. Nürburgring GP, another sprint week, is week 8. The High Speed Ring hosts week 9 with another sprint week, and then we finish at Spa-Francorchamps with the third and final endurance of the season. For the grid to be sorted, and then we can kick off our first race of the evening. Of course, standing start. So Derek just getting some practice starts in here. The good thing about Group 4 cars is they tend to get off the line fairly well without traction. However, he is trying it with some traction on by the look of it. Turn it off, you pussy. A couple of livery haven't seen. So James is in the Red Bull car there. I can't see what Andy's in. And Tom, I believe, is in the Aston Martin F1 livery. So he's just chimed in there. Turn to stuff and bury the throttle. No wheel spin. Absolutely. Jordan chewing on Odon. Let's come on Odon from him. Crusty Fossil has arrived. Hey, hey. Right then, here we go.
Here we go.
13 drivers, 13 laps. About to commence season 24. Predictions in the chat, please. Who's going to win this one? I'm going to put my money on Odon. Got it. Let's go.
I will go on board with Zombie and watch the back of the grid.
Oh, the two field drivers have jumped the start.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Through goes Matt Man.
Through goes Matt Man. I called
Oblivion
it.
jumped and I think Odon followed him. And they're going to get swallowed up by the pack. Oh, they're going backwards quickly. Odon's down to 6th. And Oblivion, where's he gone down to? He's down to 11th.
Let's go, Matt.
Here we go. The Mikey on the outside, Zom down the inside. Matt Man goes from 1st to 3rd. He gets swamped on both sides. Oh, and in the gravel, it's Odon.
In the gravel.
I've jinxed him immediately. The curse of the commentator is real. Matt Man down the inside of Mikey. As they fight for position, heading down to the left-hander. Zom goes in the lead. Face Potter side by side with Derek as well. Matt Man hanging on around the outside, gets back into P2. Mikey's now getting swamped on both sides. Old Jadon's off further back. Zom then has got the jump, and it's 3 wide coming into the left hand over at the church. Derek Face Potter had a really good start. He's up to 4th. So they make their way up the hill. Winding back straight then. Zom's lead is 9/10 of a second. He's already out of slipstream range. DRS. The 3 wide in the pack, then Derek, Face Potter, and Tom Duval's going down the inside of all of them.
Tom goes very deep.
Oh, there's a big off slap. Oh, Mikey
No,
sideways. Who was that?
Mikey,
He caught with
no, Mikey.
Zombie.
He got caught with Zombie. It's not a full spin. It's fine.
Doesn't count.
Not a full spin. It doesn't count. Motorhead Media up into 9th. That's good. Oh, Odon goes. Oh my God. Tank slappers all over the place.
Oh, Jadon autism and Odon a 3 wide into the hairpin. Odon's going the long way around. He's going to run out of track. Now he's on the grass. Oh, Jadon's around. First spin of the season is not Mike.
Oven, you noob.
Absolute noobs. Absolute noob. And then so as they come across the line, Zom leads. However, Matman has got back into slipstream range then and is closing.
They are checking out already. 2 seconds a gap.
Yep. Big gap there. It's a big opportunity here if these two can work together.
Derek and Luke
build that gap.
One.
Tom Duval from 30th on the grid is up to 3rd already. He's had an absolute dream start. Oh, Mikey's deep at turn 1. He's in the gravel.
It's okay. He hasn't spun round.
He hasn't spun fine.
Zombie up into 9th.
So Oblivion has recovered then. We went from 1st to 11th. He's back up to 5th as we start lap 2. That's right. That's former GT3 champ, the preheated oven. To use his official title. Now then the race can settle down. People can start now to focus on where they are, who's around them, what have they got to do. At the minute, Zom's got to run away. However, Matman is now right with him. Good evening, Sean. What is happening? Well, it's just a standard GT3 race, mate. That's what's happening. Now, does Matman fancy a move into the hairpin, or is he just going to sit behind? Let Zom.
A lot of these guys starting this season as last season ended, just balls to the wall, you know.
Absolutely. Then so the gap remains the same between these two and behind them. Still 2.2 seconds. Tom Duval giving chase. He's got Face Potter in hot pursuit of him, and then Oblivion, and then Derek. And a little bit of a gap back to Johnny Boy up in 7th, going well. Motorhub Media in 8th. Zombie in 9th, and Mikey down to 10th. Now he's on the grass again.
Mikey a bit wide, and that's fine.
Andy in 11th. Odon in 12th. Then off the front row, it went so wrong so quickly. And Jadon, oh, he's on the grass again. Front 2 then, as you were. Zom's lead is now up to a whopping 0.4 of a second. Matman in hot pursuit then. Matman taking the fastest lap with a 49.6. So start lap 3.
Well, he's in slipstream, isn't he? So be benefiting.
Be careful braking for turn 1 in that slipstream, because you will be going a little bit quicker than you might expect. So gets it stopped there nicely.
Ooh, Mikey.
Oh, Mikey again in the gravel. No. Oh, and Odon's followed him in.
Mikey avoided the gravel and then just seemed to drive back into it.
That's just muscle memory, I think, at this point. So Matt continuing to drive away, but Tom Duval is now just starting to chip away at that gap between himself and Matt. It's down to 1.8 seconds, and so he's taken about 0.4 out of them in a lap. However, he's had a poor corner there, and that gap's gone back up to 2.2, so ebbing and flowing. But yeah, what Matt and Zom should really do here is just focus on trying to keep that gap and sort it out at the end of the race. If you start attacking each other, you slow each other down, that will bring Tom back into this equation. And I think Matt is doing that at the minute. Sensible strategy. Just sit behind Zom, get dragged around.
I think Derek is keen to get by Oblivion at some point. He's been all over him for the past lap and a half.
Yeah, these 4 in giving poo. So Face Potter going really well. P4, very impressed with his start so far. Hope I haven't just cursed him as well. This tricky left-hander, but they all get through there okay. We'll go well up a P7. Andy. Hopefully the wife won't be giving him too much abuse. Last season when he was it was Suzuka, wasn't it? I think he got lapped by somebody. He was following P4, so his wife came in and was like, "Oh, you're in P5," and he's like, "No, I'm a lap down." At which point she just laughed at him. So Mrs. Johnny Boy, please don't laugh at him, he's doing well. Zombie tucked right under the back. Meanwhile, the Motorhub Media, as they come down the start-finish straight.
Something's happened to Matman. He's completely dropped off Zom now. 2.5 second gap.
Somewhere, yeah. And meanwhile, Face Potter on the outside of Tom Duval for turn 1. Nothing doing there though, but that might open the door for Oblivion. Who's now got the run off 1. sweeps around the outside of 2 and has the inside for 3, so through he goes. Dave's just pointed out. And here we find Mike. Oh, he's not. He's no longer in his natural position of P11. He has moved forward 1. This probably won't last very long. He will go off any moment.
Joke's on you, Dane.
Gravel traps that he is just keen to explore.
Mike is in P10, not P11. And he's still facing the right way.
What's going on? So Zom then finds himself with a 2.7 second lead.
I thought he was going to have a look at Zombie there, but he thinks better of it for now.
Now Oblivion, having looked at Face Potter and got ahead of him, has now found himself back in P6, and so we missed that. So Face Potter back ahead, and Derek has got through as well, and Johnny Boy is closing now as well.
Yeah.
However, Derek down the inside, and the breaks the hairpin, not close enough.
Well, Oblivion looking for a bit of a switchback maybe. Doesn't get the traction this time round. Meanwhile, in the background, Zombie, Motor Hub, and Mikey are having a little 3-way battle between them.
Oh, Tom Duval's on the grass. Coming through that tricky left, and that might give Face Potter the opportunity down the inside into the hairpin. He's up the inside. Tom sees him coming. Tries to hang on around the outside, but he's got
Tom
dirty
Bundy.
size off again. So easy to do. He loses another place to Oblivion.
Yeah, through with Oblivion. Derek's going to try around the outside as they come into the start-finish straight.
Oh, banging doors, banging doors. You don't want to try that. Oh, Derek's nearly off the circuit, and Johnny Boy's now here as well.
Rude.
Oh, in the background, Mikey and the Mohawk Media side by side. Mikey ran the outside of the final corner. That's a good move. We saw that the Mohawk Media now into the slipstream, and he might come back at him into turn 1. Where does Mikey go? Mikey stays on the racing line. Mohawk Media down the inside, but Mikey hangs on and stays out of the gravel this time. Well done.
Boom.
Progress. That's what we're going to see from this division. Progress. So Zom leads 2.8 seconds then. Matman then had a moment we missed somewhere and has dropped away. I mean, while Oblivion and Face Potter are now almost side by side there. Oblivion having the run out of the S's there. Oh, he's up the inside into the hairpin at the church. Face Potter thought about shutting the door, but found an Aston Martin on the inside. They go side by side there. Now it's a drag race up the hill. Genuine question. I've been watching the football. What has happened to you know? He likes to drive off at turn 1 into the gravel trap. That's what happens. From what I can tell, on his own accord as well. Face Potter.
But
and
he
Oblivion
has not fully spun.
still side by side. Oh, Oblivion leaning on him there. Oh, Tom has a big tank slapper as well.
Wide. Yeah, Tom caught the grass a little bit there.
Face Potter and Oblivion are still side by side. They've been side by side for half a lap now. And Face Potter slots in. This is not a section you want to go side by side through. They'll get through okay this time. They do. They're just dipping a tyre, but that gap to Matman's opened up again, so he's now safe again. But can he do anything about Zom? Is the question. He was looking serene up front. Big up, Tom, says Chelsea. Oh, on the outside of Oblivion for the final corner. That's brave. And drops back in again, but he's got a good run down the start-finish straight. He's going to pop to the inside. And now it's latest on the brakes as he draws fully alongside. Now who's going to be later on the brakes? Oblivion on the outside, Tom's on the inside line, coming in a little bit hot there, he's gone deep. Slipstream, there we go. And Oblivion with the old switcheroonie. Switches back and back up to P4. Right, so where is Odon now? He's up to 10th, having had a bit of a disaster start. The curse of the commentator striking immediately before the race had even started, which is a first.
You fiend.
I don't think I've ever cursed somebody that quickly before. But on the plus side, he'll be at the sharp end of the race 2 start, so it's a rolling start then, so he doesn't have to worry about jumping the start. So Zom's leads 2.4 seconds. 49.8 is personal best fastest lap. Mike, he now has the fastest lap of the race meanwhile, as he starts to settle in finally. 2.2 seconds to Matman, who's 3.3 ahead of Face Potter. And then comes this 4-car train. Face Potter, Oblivion right under the rear wing. Tom Duval recovering, and Derek just hanging back. And Johnny Boy also very much in touch. Oh, Face Potter's wide.
Face Potter's gone on grass, yeah.
Don't think Oblivion's close to them now. Face Potter just needs to be careful on the brakes. Don't go wide. Slides the rear. And Zombie and Mikey are also starting to bind to the train, and Odon. So we are, let's just say, the first one of the season. The FTRL train is forming.
Right, who's going to be brave at the turn one here? Oblivion?
I think so. He's got a good run.
Yeah.
Does he want to go? He's looking at the outside here, so I think he's going to stay where he is.
Try and switch.
That might open the door for Tom Duval though, but he's not close enough. Yeah, Oblivion decided not to go for it that time. Quite there, he's got a good run there though. And he's going to go to the inside here. Pagani says the hard times don't look fun. Comandy has just confirmed they are not, and Oblivion goes through. Meanwhile, good move into the S's. Now Tom Duval looking at Face Potter as well. Oblivion has a twitch though, ends up on the grass. Just for a moment. Oh, he's wide. And Face Potter's back down the inside of him. They come out the corner side by side now. It's a drag race up the hill. Who's got the momentum? I think Oblivion's just stayed ahead. Face Potter now dives into the slipstream. But you see these three battling. Look, that gap to Matman's now 4.3 seconds, so he's pulling away. Oh, Tom Duval thought about making it 3 wide again at the hairpin. Thought better of it this time.
Jeez, that guy.
Yeah, he's brave. He's a very quick driver on F1, and we saw it a few times last season in GT as well. That pace is starting to transfer over. Oh, he's wide there though. That corner's caught him out again. He's on the grass now. Just be careful at the hairpin. Derek's got to run. Will he go for a move? He will. Oh, Derek sent it very hot though. Oh, wow.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and Tom's on the grass as well. Tom's gone round.
Tom spun. Round and round he goes. Many positions lost.
He's down to
Odon's
P9.
get him as well.
Oh, Mike's on the grass. Oh, Mike on the grass on the outside of the final corner.
Oh, gets a little. I think he got a little nudge there from Derek coming up and start finish straight. Tucks back in.
Classic GT3 racing here. It's the Zombies found his way in P. Johnny Boy's in P5. Go on, Johnny Boy. So that's just sort of split this little pack up a little bit then. So Oblivion and Face Potter are now clear. There's a little gap back to Johnny Boy. He's got Zombie, Derek, and Mikey in close attendance.
Yep,
Odon up the inside of Tom Duval meanwhile.
Yep.
He recovers. Yeah, there Derek, I think, went for the move, went in hot, ended up on the grass, and then Tom still had grass on his tyres from the corner previously. Oh, he's sideways again. Also probably just got understeer and then lit the rear tyres up as Odon gets the switch back. And Tom lets him go.
Lap on the last lap as well.
Odon now running
gone
wide.
Purple.
Yeah, what is that gap then? Down to 2 seconds, and so Matman's just chipping away,
yeah.
but only to start taking a bit more time. Zom did a 49.6, so only 0.3 of a second was the difference on that.
I think these two, for the most part, match each other's pace.
Yes.
When Matman was right behind Zom, then he'd have the advantage of the slipstream to help him, but right now I think it's just a gap that's being managed. Zom's going purple again in that sector.
That's his Matman though. Matman's on the grass.
Matman's gone, yeah. Dip the tyres in the grass.
Be careful again at the brakes here. We've seen a number of people go wide. Car was a wobble,
a little
but
bit.
he's okay. Just allowed Zom just to ease a couple of tenths out again. Zom driving a very mature race at this stage.
Will he set a fastest lap? Yes,
Indeed,
he does.
49.1. So yeah, 49.4 for Matman, so 3 tenths back that time. Meanwhile, Oblivion now head down. Clear track, not under any immediate pressure. Does his personal best as well, 49.5.
And now everyone's pretty much spaced out.
So Mikey then up to P6 meanwhile. He's cleared Derek and Zombie. And now hunting down his fellow Hammer.
Hammer time. Oh, God damn it. Okay, Mikey, hammer time. Oh, he's right on the back of him.
Yes, flash of the lights.
Johnny Boy flashing the lights.
Panic flash.
Turn the car.
Safe just pointing out the less paint on Zom car saves some weight, so it gives him an extra 2 tenths. There we go. Oh, Mikey's wide there at the hairpin, at the church hairpin.
Well, should have left the white paint off then.
Yes, that's just let Derek come back at him. Zombie there as well, and then got Tom Duval and Odon also loitering in the distance, trying to get back into this battle. Further back then, we've got Andy, here he is. Standing around on those hard tyres. He has got the head of the Motorhub Media though. He's had a drama somewhere. That's 6 by the look of it, 58.3. So he's had a moment on that lap, but he's recovering now, trying to close down. And Andy and Jade on there. Having a lonely old race. I bet he wish he'd done comms now. Well, the gap at the front is down to 1.5 then, so Zom's had a moment somewhere on this lap. And suddenly, the pressure just ramps up a little bit. It's still a comfortable lead. When you lose half a second in one lap, that just weighs on your mind. What lap time is he going to do here? 50.1. Yeah, that's why Mattman doing a 49.4 again. So Mattman's lap time's super consistent. Like 5, 49.7, 49.7, 49.3, 49.4, 49.4. So that man is just starting to turn the wick up a little bit. So P4 going really, really well. Very impressed with him so far. Now his 4-car battle over P5, where Johnny Boy still ahead of Mikey. Much improved Johnny Boy's performance so far. Very impressive. Mikey hops the curb. Oh, Johnny Boy's wide there though.
Oh.
And Mikey doesn't need a second opportunity. There he goes.
Yeah, no messing about with that one.
Another commentary curse there. Who do I want to curse now? Mikey's doing really well here. I bet if he didn't go wide. Oh, he's gone wide. Oh, Johnny Boy's gone deep again though. Followed him in.
I thought Derek might have hit him and let off the gas because zombies come through on Derek.
Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe.
Couldn't really tell from the camera angle. But so Mikey's checking out a little bit from those three then.
Now coming back at Zombie, then Zombie sides across in front. And now Tom DeVal also back onto this train as well. And Odon's also not far away.
Oh, Tom's just randomly hit an outside wall.
Get up against the walls in the circuit to be quick, and that was taking it to the next level.
It's not really
the left-hander okay.
Come close to.
All okay that time around up front. Then the gap is stabilised a little bit. Zom's put a couple of tenths back into Mattman. It's 1.7. We start lap 11. Oblivion then again doing a 49.3 last time around. What's he going to do this time? 49.4. So yeah, Oblivion's now he's got some clear track and into a rhythm. He's starting to set lap times sort of in touch with those ahead of him. But of course, he's not really making any headway because they're doing the same lap times. So he's securing P3, but not making any headway.
Send at turn 1. No, thinks better of it. Derek's oh my God, Derek!
Johnny Boy did really well to see that coming. Really well to avoid that. That's twice then. Derek's just gone a little bit late on the brakes there.
Absolute exocet missile from Derek.
Johnny Boy there might need a change of pants between races there. That was all Tom about sideways. He battles Zombie. F1 rivalry coming over to GT7. And Odon's now right. Oh, Tom's off the wall there as he comes out of
the barrier again.
There's a little bit of grass on the outside then. If you just get your tyres on it does pull you in, and it's very annoying. And then Mikey, meanwhile, now has closed down on Oblivion. Oh, Oblivion's back in P4. So, oh, when he's sideways, Mikey's gone deep as well. They're both deep at the hairpin. So Oblivion's had a moment somewhere and has lost P3. So we just said
a little.
Yeah, I said he was doing well. Again, I'd really need to stop talking about people because I've just cursed everybody in this race. Did we ask if Derek's credit cards are working? We probably should check. I think the answer is no.
Tom all over the back of Zombie.
Yeah, Tom down the inside in the background. Thinks better of it. Zombie there coming in hot as well. Gets it stopped. 4 cars, nose to tail then. Johnny Boy, Zombie, Tom and Odon. Mikey in Oblivion, just ahead of them, also nose to tail. Derek then recovering in P10. Ahead of his teammate from last season, Andy.
Zombie pulls alongside Johnny Boy. Goes on through.
Good run there. Up the start finish straight. Johnny Boy, I was going to try and hang on the inside. He's going to go for a move back. No, Zombie comes over and covers the middle of the road. Clever driving. Oh, and Tom DeVal gets up the inside.
Tom's up the inside.
Yeah. Johnny Boy was a little bit wide there. I just opened the door and we've seen Tom DeVal does not take opportunities like that for granted. Straight down the inside. Oh, and Odon trying to go on the outside there. That was brave. He almost ended up on the grass. Oh, and then the leverage in the door. I think that was a bit accidental. Yeah, he's let Johnny Boy stay ahead of him. Well, Pagani just said great job from Johnny Boy, and Johnny Boy just lost 2 places. We're going to blame that one on him. That was his fault. Why would you do that to him, Pagani? Why?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Zom's gap to Matman is significantly reduced.
It's under a second. Again, Matman.
Zom's had an issue somewhere.
Matman's 4/10 purple in Sector 2. Matman is having an absolute flyer. Matman is about, he's going to do a 48 here. He might be in slipstream range by the end of this lap, where we're going to have a final lap shootout. A reverse grid race too. Yes, it is indeed.
The final lap shootout at Sardegna brings back memories.
Zom's had a good exit out of the hairpin there. He's pulled that gap back up to a second. Oh, what's happening further back? Oblivion's at a moment. He's been off at that fast left and he's down to 8th.
Oh my
Johnny Boy's gone deep at the hairpin though.
Dropping like a stone.
49 flat from Matman. So we lost a bit of time in that final sector. Well, here we go, the final lap.
Boo, we wanted to see a 48.
Mikey's up to 4th. So Mikey's had a good recovery.
To defend from an Oblivion here in turn 1, I think.
Yep, Oblivion's going to the outside. Johnny Boy comes over to give him the squeeze. Gives him some room on the outside though, but who's going to be latest on the brakes? Oblivion trying to hang on around the outside. Johnny catches that curb. And that settles the car, and that's enough to let Oblivion through. Oh, they're always on the curb. Oblivion caught the Odon caught the curb as well. Further up the road, Zombie and Tom Davala side by side. Tom runs him out. Zombie comes back. Good battling. Both have a twitch.
Banging before that turn.
Zombie then trying to squeeze into the inside there. Tom's looking to get that inside line. Can't get over though. Zombie hangs on. Up front, it's down to 8/10 again. Matman is closing, but he's going to run out of time. I think he had a moment at this left-hander they're coming up to Dane last time around. He had an off somewhere and slipped down to 4th. He then got sucked into that pack of cars, and he had an off at this corner here, which is probably the hardest corner on the circuit. Then Zom gets it nailed. Matman is there, though. He's in slipstream range. He's late on the brakes for the hairpin. Closes in, but Zom gets it stopped and turned. Matt catches the grass. He's still closing though.
He's got the slipstream.
But is it going to be enough?
I don't think it'll be enough to drag down.
It's going to be enough then. So, season 24 kicks off with an absolute classic GT3 race, and it is Zom who's victorious from Matman. Face Potter's going to come through for a brilliant P3.
Tom's got by Zombie as they come into the start-finish straight. Oblivion past
P3. Mikey gets P4. Tom Daval P5 from the back of the grid. Zombie P6. Oblivion P7. Odon gets P8 ahead of Johnny Boy, who ends up 9th. P10's going to be Derek. And Andy, we've not seen much of in P11. The Motorhub Media will be P12. And having a torrid time of it on these hard tyres is the former GT3 champion. He knows he's on camera, doesn't he? Yeah, giving us a weave. Yeah, stars it out.
And a drift. Oh, no. Fucked it up.
Nearly went, but I don't think he span unsafe. I don't think Mikey span. I think he just ran into the gravel a couple of times. So
I think it was close.
I think he had a half spin, didn't he? But he got. I think he maybe got turned across the nose of a Zombie a little bit. So that doesn't count. Oh, just caught the grass there, and across the line goes Jadon.
I can't even skid the car properly. God's sake.
Well, there we go then. Starting the season in style, Zomar is victorious in a race 1 here.
Very good.
As far as so Zom victorious by under half a second in the end then, but managed that gap superbly there. Matman there gave it his all towards the end there, setting the fastest lap as he charged back onto the tail, but came up just a little bit short then, but I think he'll be happy with a P2 to start the season. Face Potter, brilliant drive from him in P3. Mikey recovering nicely to P4, I think he'll be happy with that. Tom Daval gets P5 in the end, prevailing in that battle with Zombie. Over P6, Oblivion then, after jumping the start as well. he come to start and Ode on there, so their front row end up 7th and 8th, both having jumped the start there. Derek's posting in the chat about his break. And P9 was Johnny Boy, who faded a little bit at the end there, but really good to see him battling in the pack there, threatening a top 5. Derek ends up P10 then. He'll be having for better in race 2. Andy gets P11, the Mehub Media P12, and Jadon is P13. So now it's race 2, which is a full reverse grid with a rolling start.
Well, that wasn't exciting at all, was it?
Not at all. Absolute boring. Borefest. It's like watching the F1. Boo.
Jesus.
What did Derek just say? Net self breakers under the left foot. He'd been trying some right foot braking. Tom Navarre saying he had an eventful race. He did indeed there. Forwards and backwards. But a good recovery there for P5, mate. Well done. Yeah, Dane saying flawless race from Zom and Matt. Well, there might be one flaw in Matt's race. We didn't see what happened to him, so he got away with that one. But yeah, he had a bit of a drama there. But a great fight back from him. Yeah, to get within striking distance at the end there. Maybe another lap. He might have been able to go for it. But strong start to the season there from him. Race to a standing start again, is it?
I thought it was rolling.
This is rolling on the calendar thing.
Yeah.
Literally looking at it now. Week 1 sprint week. Rolling start, race 2. Don't you lie to me, unsafe. Don't you lie.
Oh.
Well, the one on the hairpin, Tom, on the first lap. Yes, we did. We did see that send and a half into the hairpin, but controlled. To be fair, you got it stopped. So fair play, great move. Yeah, some good reputation that one again. GT3. I mean, to be fair, considering these boys are sort of new to the game, still finding their way, they provide some of the best racing. Oh, big wave from our race winner. Yeah, well done, Zomwa. Well, great job, mate. So
it's not nice, is it, Zom, when you're being hounded in the first race of the season?
Cue Vietnam gif.
Fortunate son.
Boo-doo, 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 dano. And so then we get to do it all again, twice more. This is a full reverse grid. Everybody on soft tyres again. So 13 more laps of... wow.
Although I assume not Oven and Andy again.
They probably won't have a great time now.
So that'll be spicy at the front.
Yes, they'll be on the hards. They are on the hards for unfortunately this season. It's only when... Yeah, I don't know if it'd be different for Andy, but I think it's just a standard standing rule now, that the hard tyre for anybody standing in. That's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, rolling start. Well, it should. I mean, I still think it'll be. It'll close up quite quickly there, but we'll give those guys at the front just an opportunity to maybe make a bit of a break. So the Motorhub Media, a good chance to get to the front here. Of course, he's got the hard shod Jade on ahead of him. So he'll be looking to get to the front early on, see if he can check out while the pack battle amongst themselves behind him. But yeah, who's your standout in that race then? Was it Zom? Was it Face Potter? Mikey's recovery? What's the good drives in that one? Or were you just abusing Carl?
I would never. I think, yeah, all the guys that were battling pretty much standout drives, because, you know, Matman and Zon were pretty much, you know, by themselves, alone, sort of thing. You know,
yeah,
all the rest of them were having to work for it a bit harder. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, some good battles there. Yeah, very impressive Face Potter, that one. He had a bit of an up and down season. Like, maybe it was the cars he didn't like last season and such, but clearly been putting a bit of practice in for this week, and I think that showed there. He was ran up front on pace.
Yeah. It was a lot of cars last season.
It's the one-stop wonder. It's Mr. Marley Diesel in the chat. Good evening, Marley. How are we? Welcome back.
Hey,
If you missed race 1, you missed an absolute cracker. So please do go back and watch it. But you've got two more races to watch. So plenty of exciting action coming up then. So Derek then will have a fairly good starting place for second race. Would we maybe say he's favourite for this one? If he can get through those cars ahead of him quite quickly. Two cars on hard tyres and the motor will have media ahead of him. So I think Derek's got a good chance here if he can get through those cars ahead of him quickly to make a bit of progress and potentially get that elusive first GT3 win.
Oh, no, it looks like the grid he's put Oven and Andy at the back. On my screen it's showing Mohab in first, Derek in second, Johnny Boy, Odon, Oblivion, and then Andy and Oven behind Zom.
What is that thing?
Sub rules?
I don't know if that was a rule.
Quali bands? I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
Double check. Yeah,
I've always started
Mohob's on
okay.
pole.
Okay, yeah, apparently they must have missed that one. So essentially I've been paying the admin check.
Well, there we go. Derek will be happy about that.
Yeah, so just the one car ahead of him then.
Go full Polaris missile into turn 1 and eliminate himself.
Okay then, race 2 underway, and the Motorhome Media leads us off then. He's got clear track ahead of him. How long can he sustain that for? Restart.
It's going to be a restart apparently. The one thing with these rolling starts is that it has the grid already split up. So going into turn 1 is going to be a little bit of a safer prospect compared to a grid start. Nobody wants to restart, they just want to go.
Yep, everybody's got the message. Johnny Boy back out. There we go. Was he done wrong? Come on, Mike. So, another false start, but this time it was everybody. Well, that was just Mikey. Just Mikey false start. Waiting for to sort out the grid. And then we can go again.
Tyre glitch.
Ah, there we go. That's what the problem was. What I'm hearing is Mikey's put the wrong tyres on. So then we await to commence race 2. Second time asking. Oh, and every time I do the front rows, I think I do something to bottle it. Maybe you should just qualify third then, mate. You'll probably be alright. Right. Step 2.
Race 2, take 2.
So, make our way down towards the start finish line. Start race 2, part 2. And we are away and running then. Making our way up the hill then towards turn 1.
Single file.
Johnny Boy's had a good run there towards the back of Derek. Anybody go for a move into turn 1? Let's look at find Tom DeValle. He always likes to move. Oh, Zombie's gone for a big old send and he ends up in the gravel.
Oh no!
With Odon. And Odon, this time, unlucky is not his fault at all. Unfortunately, an innocent victim. Zombie who has not let him through. I would be advised to let him go if I were you.
Not a happy bunny.
All the help media's on the grass. Derek's right there, and Johnny Boy's with him as well. Just above the good luck stewards. Johnny Boy down the inside of Derek into the hairpin at the church. Derek hanging on around the outside then.
GT3.
Media still leads as they head up the back straight. They're in the slipstream, Johnny in there as well.
Somebody's not relinquishing this position at the moment. I'm keeping an eye on it.
Derek's thinking about a move on the media there. Pops back in again. Oh, Johnny Boy's giving a bit of a nudge there. Tom DeValle on the outside of Oblivion. Then gets a big old slide. Who's that gone deep at the hairpin? I think it might have been Andy. He was. He slipped wide. Zombie still ahead of Odon.
Yeah, no, he's not giving it back. So I think that'll be Stewart's.
Oh, Tom's on the grass again. Going out that left-hander.
Zom, get off the grass. Mikey, get off the grass. Oh dear God, Zom.
Queue of cars that come around the hairpin. Oh, Tom DeValle's going to hit the wall. Oh, Johnny Boy there.
Mikey's gone on the grass.
Tom DeValle there going around the outside of Johnny Boy at the hairpin there, and they found a wall very quickly coming at the front of his car there. They just about got away with it, banging doors there as they come down the start finish straight. And here comes Oblivion. It's 3 wide for 3rd place. Mohawk Media leads for the first lap then. Johnny Boy on the inside, Tom DeValle in the middle, Oblivion around the outside of both of them.
It's going to end badly.
Oh, not quite. Tom DeValle gets the move done. Oblivion goes through as well. Johnny shuffled down to 5th. What a chaotic start there. There's only lap 1. Now Oblivion coming back at Tom DeValle. Oh, there's contact there. More contact. Tom giving it back. Johnny Boy's a little bit wide there, and I think Face Potter might be up the inside. He is. And then Matman up to 7th now, and side by side with him.
Johnny Boy.
Face Potter down the inside of Oblivion. And Matman on the outside of Johnny Boy. Coming off the hairpin then. And Johnny Boy's got the momentum and stays ahead. Mohawk Media still leads, but Derek is tucked right under the rear wing. As they come up to the hairpin, he's got the inside line this time. He's going to be late on the brakes, going to get it stopped. Left foot braking. There you go. Ooh, Tom catches the wall on the inside of the hairpin there. Face Potter around the outside of Oblivion. And Matt has now got the move done on Johnny Boy. He's making good progress. Derek then has hit the front. Now can he check out? That's Oblivion on Face Potter to the hairpin. Not close enough though. Backs out of it. Matman closing it all on the grass. Tom DeValle and Oblivion. Got the hairpin there. And that might give Face Potter a run. And Tom DeValle, the Mohawk Media's had a poor exit there. Tom DeValle's all over the back of him. In fact, he's bumping him along the straight. Now he pops out. However, he might have stunted his progress here, and Face Potter is closing rapidly as well. Tom DeValle's got the inside for turn 1. Face Potter sending it around the outside, then switching to the inside. There's contact. Face Potter backs out of it then, and through comes Oblivion.
Oh, Oblivion.
Oblivion taking advantage. Not looking the gift horse in the mouth there. Through he goes. Yeah. Oblivion to 3rd. And now Matman attacking Face Potter.
Oh, I thought Motorhub was sending it up the inside there of Oblivion, but stays behind for now.
Zom then has just cleared Jadon, so Zom making steady progress. Matman has made considerably quicker progress. He's in this train for the lead. Zom is 2.3 seconds behind Johnny Boy. He's up to 8th though.
Mikey battling for his favourite position.
That's referred to Mikey then, so he's dropped back, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think I've spotted him run wide a few times on the grass.
And that is Jadon coming back at Zom up the hill. He's got the inside line for the hairpin. And there he goes. Oh, Zom turns in and catches the wall.
Too early on that switch.
A little bit, yes.
Drives into the wall.
They're from the former GT3 champion. Oh, Andy's wide, catches the wall. He's be slow now. Zombie's going to go through. Mikey might get through as well here. He's got the inside for the hairpin though. Mikey having to go the long way around. Anton's there as well. That's a drag race. Andy there in Goy's superb Helldivers livery. Big fan of that. Love some democracy. Mikey's through and Odon now side by side with Andy up the start finish straight. So our tyres are going to be painful.
Ooh, so having a little look-see.
Oh, Odon caught the gravel on the outside of the corner there in the braking zone. Andy gets ahead, but then Andy catches the gravel as a twitch. Okay, we're okay. Up front then, Derek leads by 0.6 of a second from Tom DeVal, who was closing down on him and bringing Oblivion with him. Face Potter again in P4. And a good job in the background there. That was Motorhub Media, I think, getting a bit sideways. Batman through into P5. Johnny Boy up the inside of the Motorhub Media meanwhile. Come off the corner, side by side still. Motorhub Media back ahead. Cuts across then as they head up the hill. Round the hairpin we go then, lap 4. Derek leading, 0.6 of a second. Tom DeVal giving chase, and Oblivion in there as well. And a little bit of a gap back into Face Potter. He's got Matman closing in behind him, and Motorhub Media and Johnny Boy. Round 8 top 7. Squealing tyres. Whoa, who's that round? Oblivion! Oblivion is nose into the barrier. He's had a moment coming out of that left-hander. He's probably caught the grass. And out of 3rd place for the 2nd race in a row. He's down to 9th. Oh, Mikey's off at the final hairpin. Oh, and Oblivion's round again. Somebody hit the side of him there. Might have been Odon. Oh, it's all gone wrong for Oblivion. Oh, there's just nuances of getting used to wheel. A little bit too. Oh, who was that zombie who caught the grass on the outside of the final corner, nearly into the pit wall, nearly pit maneuvered himself.
The barrier, yeah.
And he takes advantage and through he goes. I don't know if zombie's back on. His friend was telling he was telling me about maybe buying his mate's Logitech wheel, so I don't know if he's on that or he's back on his pad at the minute. But either way, very nearly pit maneuvered himself there. So that has left once again 2 drivers battling at the front, and this time it's Derek and Tom DeVal. Now these two, of course, were part of that closing group from the last race of last season, so these two have duked out together before. This time they're in equal cars, on equal tyres.
This could be dangerous. Could be dangerous. Could be some animosity still from last season.
Now these two,
I don't want to create any on-track drama, but you know,
these two like a good send. We've seen Tom DeVal have some bold moves, and Derek's not averse to some either. So Derek defends the inside though. Tom looking for a cutback. Nothing doing. Motorhub Media and Johnny Boy side by side. Johnny Boy up the inside, getting the place back. Leaning on each other a little bit. Now Jadon's going well in this one. P7 still. Got Zom tucked up behind him. So it's difficult sometimes to get to a rhythm, especially when you've got a car on hard tyres ahead of you. So Zom's not lapping any. He's probably a good like 2 seconds off his lap times in the first race. It looks to the inside of the hairpin, but not close enough. Ooh, give Jadon a little bit of a rub there though. Sure you won't mind. Oh, they're side by side, they're leaning on each other into the final corner. Oh, Zom's gone very wide. Oh! No, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone very, very wrong. Jadon's around, I think Zom's gone with him.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness me, that was eventful. For the lead. Tom DeVal looking at the inside, but Derek shuts the door. Tom Duval now is starting to probe though. 2.6 seconds back to Face Potter, who's doing really well in P3 again. Again, Tom Duval looks to the outside. Derek shepherding wide though. Yeah, an interesting crash there. Zombie was trying to hang on around the outside, but used all the runoff on the grass and bounced over the curb into the side of Jadon. Jadon goes into the pit wall, and Zom went round as well. So that ended well for neither of them.
Tom takes the lead.
And Tom then into the lead. Yep, through he goes then. Now, what's Derek got? How's that brake pedal feeling? He's working. So Tom Duval then hits the front. We're about half race distance.
Motorhead Media is ahead of Johnny Boy at the moment. Those two trading positions all the time.
Good scrap. Mikey's in P7. He's got a little bit tight into that corner there. I guess it's stopped and turn, but it's not the optimal speed. So Johnny Boy's got to run down into the hairpin. He's up the inside. Oh, leaning on each other again. Let's get stopped though. And Johnny Boy's letting him through there. I think it was a bit of a nudge. So good driving there for Johnny Boy, letting him back through again. And now they can go at it again. Derek then trying to hang on to the coattails of Tom Duval. He's trying to pull away Matman all over the back of Face Potter. In fact, he's up the inside of Face Potter on the brakes for turn one. Through he goes. Face Potter sees him coming, lets him go.
Ding 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 ding.
Mr. Bell, I've been expecting.
I've just noticed why's Face Potter got the Back to the Future DeLorean number plate on his Pixar.
I mean, why not?
Livery.
Why not? So Mikey and Odon then, 7th and 8th. Trying to make their way back through after their earlier dramas. Mikey of his own doing. Odon's not.
Yeah.
And Zombie in 9th. Andy in 10th. Zom down in 11th. Oblivion in 12th. What's gone wrong for these boys back here? Oblivion out of 3rd place. It all went wrong for him twice. Jadon as well, also a victim of somebody else's accident. Tom Duval goes purple. In sector 2. He's on the grass though, so is Derek.
So is Derek.
That's pushing the limit. He just gives him a little bit of dirt. Face Potter's still with him. Getting stops and turn. Oh, Tom's had a big slide. Now, Matman currently has the fastest lap. Now, what can he do about these two enemies? 3.9 seconds off the lead. He's got Face Potter right with him, though. Now, what's Face Potter going to do? Are they going to try and work together? Just push him? Or does he want to go past?
Face Potter, red wheels. Indeed, Dusty. Lightning McQueening it.
Tom then has just stretched that lead over the 3/4 of a second gap he needs to get out of slipstream range. So what has Derek got for him? That's held on. Now, Motorhead Media in P5, but Mikey is now all over Johnny Boy, so once again it's hammer time. Odon's also loitering with intent, just behind them. Mikey's gone in a bit hot there. They're almost to the back, and Johnny Boy goes deep. Johnny Boy's then deep at the next corner, though. He's going to be on the grass.
Oh, get off
and
the
that'll
grass.
let Mikey through. I think, yes, it does.
Odon's
and
going to come through as well.
Yep.
Well, he's going to be on the outside, so whether he can get around, we shall see.
Johnny Boy's tyres, they seem to be okay. He's taking a very narrow line off that hairpin now. I thought he might try and open the corner up a little bit, but he's Mikey get away, and Odon back. Sean say he's not seen anybody work together longer than the straight. Well, Matman and Zom in the first race were working together, to be fair. But that was about it. That's all I saw.
There's no teams, is there? So
there's no
everyone's
teams. It is a free-for-all. Yep, no teams this
Yeah.
season, so it's all about the individuals this season. Tom's lead now 1.3 seconds. What can you do? You're going to stretch away. He's hanging on. 4 seconds back to Matt, who's now got 1.2 over Face Potter. These are 6 seconds clear of the rest of the pack, and it's Mikey and Johnny Boy side by side out the final corner.
Bit of rubbing.
Bit of hammer on hammer
You
action.
gotta know, Robin's racing.
It's boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Who's latest on the brakes? It's Mikey around the outside. He's down the gravel, he does.
Got out of it a little bit too much there.
Yeah, Odon dips a wheel over the curb there into the gravel, but he's not slowed his momentum. He's up the inside. He's going to really go on the brakes. Johnny Boy sees him coming, hangs on around the outside. Giving the inside for the next one. Odon trying to hang on around the outside, but Johnny Boy shuts the door. Good battling.
Dropping into some grass. It's a nice little run from Motor Hub Media at the moment. But I think he will come under attack from Mikey in short order.
Which was his personal best fastest lap there, 50.005, so his fastest lap. Mikey did a 50.5 last time, so pulled half a second on him, but Mikey's now got clear air again, so he's going to be able to close down on the Sim Demon car. Johnny Boy and Odon's still going at it. Johnny Boy covers the inside, Odon's trying to go around the outside of the hairpin. Not close enough though.
Switch.
Johnny Boy's got that one covered. Zombies also just starting to edge back towards these guys in P9. Andy going one in P10, just ahead of Zom, who's still recovering after his big old smash. Oblivion also lapping quickly, but somewhere like he's 31 seconds off there. Those two spins really hurt him, but once again he'll be starting race 3 at the front, so maybe it's third time the charm for him. From the back, the gap is unchanged. It's 1.1 seconds still. Between Tom Lavelle and Derek, they matched each other by, well, 0.02 between their lap times last time around.
Mikey is now harassing Motor Hub Media.
Stop that. You leave him alone. Leave him off, man. I mean, he's gone very defensive there. That might give Mikey opportunity out of the corner here. He's got good momentum. Johnny Boy's also buying back into this. He's got a good run here. He's going to try and go the long way around. Motor Hub Media covers the inside. Get it stopped. He can.
A little bit
makes
of
second part.
Yeah, inside curb there.
Mikey a little bit. Catches the grass, but they will catch the grass there a little bit.
Johnny Boy.
Johnny Boy had a slide, and I think I might let Odon through this time. It's up the inside.
Yep. There he goes.
There he goes.
What now?
Mikey now right under the rear wing. Media's to head up the back straight. Johnny Boy pops out the slipstream as well. Pops to the inside. Odon covers the inside. Johnny Boy has to go the long way around. He's going to be late on the brakes for the hairpin. No, Media catches the wall. No. Mikey goes through. No. Johnny Boy around the outside of Odon though. Going there. Shame for Motorhead Media, but still going strong. Up front, the gap is down to 0.8 of a second. Then
Johnny Boy, very late on the brakes, has to take avoiding action. Odon will be back on him again.
Still in slipstream range though of the Motorhead Media, so it's okay. But meanwhile, up front, Derek is closing in. He's got the gap down to under 0.8 of a second. He's just outside of slipstream range then. 3 to go. In this second race, it's been a little bit less eventful this time. Oh, Tom's dipped a wheel at turn 1. Derek just caught the gravel as well, but Tom dipped a wheel in.
Not only that, but Tom kills that front right tyre if you look at the tyre wear.
Yeah, a lot more wear, isn't there? Yeah, a lot more wear on that one. He's gone a little bit wide there as well. Probably just the legacy of that dirt on his tyres, and Derek is right there. So it was a late charge for the win in race 1. This time Derek's got a couple of laps to go. Tom's wide again. Still cleaning that front tyre up then. It's just caught him out a couple of times there, and Derek's now right there.
Meanwhile, Odon's got through on Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy went wide in one of the turns.
Yeah, Odon with the fastest lap as well. This one a 49.2.
Odon went through it.
It was 49 flat in race 1 was the fastest lap, so pace is as it was in race 1.
Derek now bringing the fight to Tom. Tom's been very sort of wide on a lot of turns in these last 2 races. So,
yeah. So his tyres should be cleaned up a little bit now. both just dipping the tyre off the curb there, but that should be okay. Gonna get it stopped for the hairpin. Derek's thinking about a move at the inside there. I've thought about it, maybe just showing in the mirrors. Tom's had a better exit off the corner then and is just pulling a couple of tenths. And when does the slipstream start to take effect though?
Now, look like. Derek a bit untidy coming out of there.
Derek's now closing again though. Now the slipstream's starting to take effect. That man hasn't really been able to make much of an impression. The gap's still 2.3, but I think he'll be happy with another podium then. He's got face spot of 3.7 seconds behind. Mikey's recovered well to 5th. And the Motorhub Media in 6th. Hold on, second back. Johnny Boy still there. Zombie in the background. So this is all sort of just spread out a little bit. So we'll go back to the battle for the lead. There's the one. Tom's deep again. Struggling to get that car stopped. And that's just let Derek back onto him again.
Can't go over that tyre where it's ridiculous.
It's pad versus wheel. Derek's just gone purple in sector 1. Yeah, Dane's saying face pot doing really well tonight. P3 in the first race, P4 in this one. Doing really well, getting on very well with this Aston Martin. Liking this track and car combo.
Also, had a few incidents last season, but it looks like he sort of, cleaned that up, sort of thing.
Yeah, very solid start from him so far. And Tom's a little bit wide of the hairpin again. Derek's just pulling back in again, purple in sector 2. He's a little bit wide there though. Oh, Tom's on the grass as well. But he's actually pulled away because Derek was wide there and he had to do a massive lift. And Tom, who kept it more or less buried, now Tom's on the grass.
Yeah, that's.
And Matt Mann is suddenly here. Matt Mann, who was 2 seconds behind Derek, is now less than 2 seconds off the lead. Tom almost off the exit for the final corner there as well. Derek's back in the slipstream range. And Matt Mann's had to pick up the pieces if anything happens ahead of him. Sean says send it. Send it. Send it. On board then with the pursuer.
Because Derek lost a lot of time. Mattman went in the gravel.
Oh, he's round.
Mattman's round. Mattman's round.
Oh, Matt, no. Oh, what a shame. And the thing is, there's some big gaps there, so he might not be too bad. He might get away with just losing the one place. Mattman, Dusty Foster just pointed out, Mattman did a 48.6 on that last lap. And just in time to throw it all away at the final lap though. Derek's there. He's 4 tenths back. Oh, Tom's on the grass there. A little bit of grass there just before the kink up the hill. Derek's half a second back, then it's too far for a move. He just needs to get close, put the pressure on this final sector. We've seen mistakes being made by numerous drivers. Just Tom make the apex just about.
Send it, Derek. You know you want to.
I'm afraid Dusty, that is your fault. You jinxed him. You did it. Derek is doing a personal best in sector 2. Here's that tricky left. Always caught the grass on the way in. Gets away with it though. But Tom had a good run as well. He's a little bit wide from the apex, but that's fine. Oh, Derek drops the tyre on the exit there, but I think that's it. It's done.
Oh, Odon's got a 3-second penalty.
Oh, has he done that? Oh, Media's had an off somewhere. Through goes Johnny Boy.
I know, but Johnny Boy's going to go through. Motorhub will go through.
Coming to the line though. Tom Duval, victorious in race 2. Derek gets P2. Face Potter, another P3. And I think he'll be very happy with that then. Mikey has got Matt Mann on the last lap as well.
Oh, I think I saw Andy hitting the barrier there. Oh no, he's still going. Someone's
behind him. P4 for him. Mattman P5 will be disappointed there to throw that away. So that Johnny Boy P6, great job from him. Motorhub Media P7, great job from him. Zombie gets P8. Odon there. How he got a 3-second penalty, I do not know. But P9 for him. Andy just holds off Zom on the run to the flag. Then it is P12 for Oblivion, and the luckless Jadon, who got wiped out at the final corner. There's an angry face in the chat from Mattman. It's P13 again for him. Yeah, great job there. Just a fossil saying Johnny Boy and Motorhub, fantastic job. Indeed there. Just not who does night, it seems. Well, there's one more chance to get it right for him, Dane. One more chance. So then, results for that one then. Tom Duval wins by 7/10 of a second over Derek. Face Potter again, great job from him in P3, second podium of the night. Just Mikey comes home P4, solid job from him. Matt Mann down in P5 there, he will be kicking himself for throwing that away on the last lap there. Guaranteed P3. Ends up just being a P5. Johnny Boy, solid job from him. I think that's his best result in FTRL there in P6, and the Mohawk Media getting his best result in P7. Great job from those two. Zombie P8 after his opening lap drivers. Odon P9 there, that late penalty there, dropping him back into a couple of places. Andy there just held off Zomp P10 and P11. Oblivion, who we saw have a couple of spins, ends up P12, and the luckless Jadon P13 again. And so we come to our final race of the evening then. It is a 10-lap sprint on the medium tyres this time. So medium tyres only for those who are regulars. The two stand-ins will again be on the hards. However, they should be a little bit more competitive, I think, this time. Won't be such a big tyre difference then. So we might see Andy and Jadon go a little bit better in this one. Both of them starting at the front, and the back again, aren't they? Sorry. They're at the back, but they should be able to sort of hang with the pack a little bit better now. So it's on the regular drivers who've been running on the soft tyres so far. They've really got to make that adjustment to running on the mediums in this one. Yeah, Tom says he was surprised with Derek's pace with 3 laps to go. Caused him up out of nowhere there, so I'm guessing you didn't make a mistake then. It was just pace alone, was it? Or... But solid job there, mate. Well done. First win of the season in race 2. Yeah, Pagani saying he loves Johnny's step up as well. This is prepare for a shitstorm. Don't be so negative. It's going to be fine. Well, we'll just see how many cars end up in the gravel at turn 1, but yeah. Overtook on a yellow. There we go. That's what I did. Overtook on the yellow flag. That's harsh. I feel sometimes those penalties are a bit hit and miss. Like sometimes you go through an area and it's fine, and sometimes it gives you that and you get a penalty. So the gaming gods are not in your favour with that one, unfortunately. But third time is the charm.
I think there will be some stewards' inquiries after that second race, for example.
Oh, and it says frustrating night for him so far, but there's a third chance. This is going to be your this is your time to shine, mate. You can't jump the start. You're starting at the front. Third time is the charm.
Him before he gets absolutely wiped out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Owen.
Jeff did it. Jeff did it, wasn't he?
Yeah, I did that one.
Car, please, Mikey. Car, please. Manners. You've seen it feeling quick. Well, yeah, the pace was there. Front row in race 1. You were so quick. You started the championship before the race had even started. That's how quick you were. Well, say I'm sure you've had your fair of bad luck for this one. So, but yeah, good attitude, mate. Good attitude. It's just racing indeed. You'll get that breakthrough win, and then you'll just be rolling in them, drowning in them, smothered in wins. We are waiting for race 3 to commence. Slightly shorter race, but on the medium tyres. Everybody apart from Andy and Jadon, who are on the hards. As we mentioned already, now just the one step between the two tyre compounds, and so they should be a little bit closer to the pack. So, interested to see. I don't know. Is there a fastest lap point this season? I can't remember. Gonna admins. Aaron, Tom, Pagani. Shed some light. Is there a fastest lap point this season? I can't remember.
I want to say no, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, just saying, come on, Owen. Luke's on a roll. He is indeed. 2 podiums, back-to-back podiums for Face Potter. If my maths is correct, he might even be leading the championship currently. The 2 drivers have finished ahead of him, behind him in that second race. Yeah, I think Face Potter might currently be the championship leader after 2 races. So there we go. Can he make it 3 podiums in 3? Complete the hat trick. Well, we'll find out in approximately 43 seconds each time as race 3 commences. So then, predictions for this one then, Jeff. Who do you think's going to win this one? Who we've got at the front this time then? We're going to have Oblivion at the front again. We've got Oblivion, Zom, Odon at the front then. So your front 3.
Odon. I'm going to say a toss-up between Zom and Odon.
I'm saying nothing because I've cursed everybody tonight, so Dusty says Zom win. The final race then, 10 laps. Medium tyres and away we go.
It's a go.
The snake starts to make its way then up the start-finish straight. Zom is closing there in the slipstream. Are we going to see any moves into turn 1? Who's going to be brave? Oh, Zombie's gone hot there, but to be fair, he's got it turned.
No, done well.
It looked worse. It was just a panic. Round. Fine. Everybody seems to have got around the first corner okay.
Him and Odon came to blows in the race too, so this could be a bit spicy between these two.
Yep, Zombie going around the outside into the S's, and he's got the move done. Nice move there from Zombie, then up to 3rd immediately, and then good start from him. Odon down to 4th. Oh, Johnny Boy's on the grass.
Oh, Johnny Boy.
He's okay though.
Gets it saved. Good save there.
Overall media then up to 5th as well, right behind Odon.
Yeah, the boy. Odon, I think he just clipped the barrier there. Oh, good lord.
Odon's had a bit, yeah, might clip the barrier there. Moho Media goes through around the outside.
Nicely
side by side. Up the hill then towards the hairpin for the first time then. Oblivion leads. Zom though is closing in. Not close enough on the brakes. They're both a little bit wide. Moho Media's coming a little bit hot there, but gets it done. Gets it stopped. Oh, in the pack though. We've got 2x2 coming out of the hairpin. Face Potter.
Johnny Boy are having a battle. Duval's getting involved.
He likes to get involved. He gets his elbows out.
He's pretty much interjected between Johnny and Luke.
Oh, Johnny's wide. Oh, Odon's on the grass.
Oh, Odon's wide. Oh,
what's Derek
stop it.
Chinking out in the background there. Oh, Moho Media.
Mohub's gone deep.
Oh, and Odon's followed him in.
Oh my god.
Contact there with the back of, I think it was Face Potter. Johnny Boy's on the grass there, fit in the background Johnny as well.
Boy's on the grass. Oh no.
Well then, everybody adjusting his position then.
Through goes Odon into P6. So he's regained a few positions from other people.
Making good progress. He's up to 7th already as he wraps up the Moho Media coming out of the final corner. And here comes Derek as well. With the momentum to the inside.
I'll say Zombie is catching up
with
Mikey! Zom and Oblivion.
Mikey missed the braking point. He's in the wall hard.
Was it a full spin?
It was just a send. I think he missed his braking point and he got on the gravel and just decided to hit the wall rather than take anybody out. So fair play for him for avoiding an accident there, but unsighted in the slipstream and just went for a big old send into the first corner wall. Zom then
still not a full spin, so he's clean for so far for week 1.
Like his spin counter isn't 0.
Success.
Well, I mean, there's still 8 more laps to go, to be fair. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're not there yet.
I have faith. He's doing well. Tom Duval in the background there, having a look at Odon.
Yeah, up the hill, they're side by side. Tom Duval going the long way around.
The Astons went in 2 by 2. Hurrah! Hurrah.
And on the brakes, so he goes. Yeah, good move around the outside. Great move. So, Zom meanwhile all over the back of Oblivion.
There's a hub under attack from Derek.
Oh, that's a brave place to go for a move, Derek.
Two wide through here.
Oh, Moho Media's wide.
Bold. No, get off.
Jada's going to go through.
Jada goes through. Johnny's probably going to go through.
Oh, 2x2 coming out the final corner again. Oh, the grass said Johnny's on a slide. Moho Media kicking up the dirt as well.
Very sideways from Johnny there.
Oblivion then has pulled a bit of a gap then as they start at lap 3.
Yeah, Matman's catching up to the front 3.
2 Geordies then, 3rd and 4th. Zombie 3rd, having his best run of the night.
by himself in P5, so he can make some progress, hopefully.
Looking to get onto the podium again then. There's two cars. Mattman's had a really good run through turn 1. There's all over the back of Zombie. Yeah, through those S's. Not close enough for a move this time then. Tom DeVal then.
He's getting, I think Andy's just elbowed.
Oh, Jadon sideways. Jadon's on the grass. No, he's straight across and off goes the male media as well, I think.
No, I think there's been contact between a few cars there. Andy seemed to elbow Johnny off track, and when Johnny was rejoining the track, I think he might have clipped one of those cars, and I don't know. Couldn't tell.
Caught the end of it.
Missed some of it. But I think there's
Jadon go sideways and onto the grass and shot across in front of the pack that he was battling with. Moho Media, I think, span in sympathy.
I think there's going to be a steward's inquiry about that one potentially from one of these guys. Hang on. Mattman's gone past Zombie for P3.
Indeed, then looks like he's done at the hairpin. So Mattman then on the charge. He had a P2 in race 1. He was on for P3 in race 2 until he threw it away in the final lap. Now, what can he do in this one then? He's now up to 3rd.
3 tenths off of Oblivion.
Yeah, Zombie's right on the back of Oblivion. They're around the hairpin. He had a bit of a drama in race 2 as well.
Decent exit out of there, he's still in the decent slipstream range, so Zom could have a potential look into turn 1 here.
Yeah, even with the slipstream, of course, because everybody's the same car, you don't really have like a massive advantage over the car ahead or behind, so the slipstream is not as powerful as if you're in different cars. And Zom doesn't close it. Oh, he does. He goes for a late move.
Yeah,
just showing the nose.
We do know how Zom likes to show the
Zombie's
nose.
in the gravel. Zombie just tipped a little bit wide there out of turn 1. Maybe with a bit more overspeed from being in Matt's slipstream, and he's dropped off the back a little bit towards Face Potter.
Face Potter's got Tom DeVal to deal with as well.
Storming through. So Matt now can try and focus on closing down on these front 2. Oblivion's lead is back up to 0.6 of a second. On catching that grass down the exit of the hairpin by the church. Start to head up the hill then onto the Gran Turismo banner. Oblivion leads them by just a second. Zombie second, just under a second ahead of Mattman. It's 2.1 back to Zombie. Meanwhile, Face Potter's got Tom DeVal trying to go the long way around. Oh, Tom's going to find Zombie in front of him this time. However, Face Potter gives it the dip and shoulder into the wall. Tom DeVal comes back on. There's contact. Face Potter's in the wall, and Odon goes through on Tom. And all got a little bit messy again. And Derek's now there as well. Oh, for P. Oh, what's happened to Oblivion? He's down to 3rd because Mattman's up the inside. Zom leads again.
I assume he's run wide.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh, Tom DeVal's off. In the background, Derek's through. So Tom on the wrong end of some rough housing. So Zom leads by 1.3 seconds over Mattman. It's race 1 all over again. Oblivion in 3rd.
Halfway point. Zom looking pretty at the moment.
It's so pretty, Zom.
So pretty.
So pretty.
Oh no, he's dipped a couple of wheels into the gravel there. Bad turn 1, so Mattman is coming at him.
Yeah, that's closed massively then, so that gap was 1.3. It's now 0.4 of a second.
I feel like I've cursed Zom now. I do apologise.
This curse is strong tonight, isn't it? Anybody you talk about is going off. I'm not going to talk about anybody. I'm not going to talk about anybody in particular. Let's not give anybody any compliments, because they're just going to go off. Alright, what's going on back here then? Everybody's sorting themselves out. Jaylen's in the pit since I think he's called it a night. He's been on the wrong end of some rough housing in all 3 races. Not all his own fault either. And then resuming the battle from race 1 as they wind their way up the hill. Now, does he...
Face Potter with his brother all over the back of him. But I'm probably shouting through the walls, get out of the way. Oh, Luke does go a little wide there. But resumes keeps the position.
Derek there as well now. Tom just regrouping after they're at robust goings on last time around. Mikey's also recovered. Oh, Derek's run a bit wide there, and I think Tom's going to get a run now down to the hairpin. He's down the inside. Oh, they've touched though. So what happened there?
Derek's not going to like it.
And Tom is through. What's happened there? I thought Tom seemed to go to the inside, and suddenly they were together. But up front, and Zom leads across the line again onto lap 6. McMahon is continuing to close. And we've got Oblivion and Zombie. So the two Geordie boys chasing. One's chasing Zom, one's chasing Oblivion. And Face Potter and Odon. A little bit of go back to Tom Duval then, who's regrouped now and starting to push on again. He's pulled away from Derek. Behind them we've got Andy with Mikey behind him. There's the tail. And he's a little bit wide there. Mikey's not close enough to get down the inside though. Johnny Boy also closing back in again. Oh, Andy just dips a tyre. They come out of those S's. But hangs on to the position for now. Oh, Batman to the outside of Zom up the hill, and here we go for the lead. Didn't get the chance in race 1. Zom comes over the squeeze. Batman's late on the brakes though, goes deep into the corner. Can he get it turned and off the corner? Zom has to give him the room. Batman's still there, they're touching. Oh! Batman lets him go. But Zombie gets P3. I think it was just a consequence of that sequence of corners there. It's difficult to go side by side. Ended up rubbing a little bit and pushing each other. So Matt there letting him go. Good driving. But that has brought Zombie and Oblivion into this battle for the lead. So we've got 4 for the lead. Zom leads from Matman. Zombie's in slipstream range. Oblivion in slipstream range as well. Face Potter then trying to close down. He's just put a bit of time into Odon, who's got Tom Duval getting ever bigger in his mirrors. Derek's just dropped away a little bit this time. Andy and Mikey still nose to tail as well. Again, the slipstream up the straight then. Andy covering that inside line, so Mikey's going to have to go the long way. Switches back though, it's a late move to the inside. Andy lets him have it, but Mikey goes deep into the gravel, and Andy gets away with it then. And now Johnny Boy I think might come through here as well. He's got the momentum off the corner. Can he find a gap though? No, Mikey has parked himself in the middle of the road. Yeah, retains the place.
While you were watching that, Zom had a terrible exit out of turn 1 again, had a wiggle. Car almost diving towards the inside of the track, and he's had to go defensive on Matman for the entire start of this lap.
Well, we saw Matman get alongside this time. Last time around, he's closing again. Goes to the inside this time. Zom just about shuts the door.
That was a late. Would cover the inside there. More than that.
That was about the last second of shutting the door there. Matt just about getting away with it, but Matt is looking like he wants through. Looks like the quicker of the two at the minute then. Zom is driving in his mirrors. Oh, Tom Duval has made 2 places there. He's got to 5th. He was 7th a second ago. He's passed Odon and Face Potter. Face Potter coming back at him though. Oh, that was brave to go side by side through there. Face Potter decided better of it. That could have been a big old accident if he'd have not done that. So good driving there for Face Potter. Saw what was happening.
Matman's had a bad exit out of the penultimate corner, which has given Zom a bit of breathing room as they come onto the start-finish straight.
Yeah, still got the slipstream now.
It's not kicked in yet.
Zom's actually pulling away still.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's the sort of the slipstream thing. When you're in the same car, you've not got that big advantage over the car ahead of you. So it's difficult sometimes.
Oh, Zombie very late on the brakes.
Oh, he stepped a tyre. Wow. Whoa, big old save there from Zombie. Oblivion might wrap him up here, though. He does.
Yeah. Door to door.
Again, just probably the overspeed from the slipstream just caught him out there on the brakes. Just open that gap up a little bit then. And now Tom Duval, can he get there before the end of this race? He's got 3.1 seconds to close in 3 laps. We've gone there pushing hard in the background. They're squealing tyres.
Face Potter looked to be coming out of that turn sideways.
Gone as well.
Derek's just watching these guys.
Yeah, Matt's not close enough this time then, but he is closing. He's got to regroup.
Mikey once again challenging for his favourite position. Ooh, rubs against the barrier. Zom still has a little bit of breathing room. The gap almost up to a second.
He's had a better exit, then goes purple as well.
He's gone purple. So.
Tom Duval currently with the fastest lap, 49.9. Just dipped a tyre there, that's okay.
A little bit.
But Matt is closing. Zombie's gone a little bit wider there in the background. The car shaking its head. And Matt's had a better run out the hairpin this time. He's had a really good run out the hairpin this time, actually. And he will probably get slipstream in the second here. He's closing. He's back in the slipstream range then. So, 2 to go. Starting the penultimate lap then. Final race of the evening. Zom won race 1 from Matman. As Oblivion takes the fastest lap. Tom Duval won race 2 from Derek. Face Potter was third in both. And Zom and Matt again for the race win in race 2 at the minute. Oblivion's there in the background as well. Zombie not out of this either. And Tom Duval though is closing in him. Zom's got 1 3/4 laps to hang on. He's gone a little bit wide there. Carries the speed through the mid corner though. He's had a good run out the corner, but then Matman's had a better exit of the corner now and he's closing massively. So went a little bit deep there. Carried the mid corner speed, but Matt got on the better exit and closed in again. Matt's got the momentum out of that hairpin as well. He's closing up the hill. He's not going to be close enough, I think, this time. Well, he'll be right there by the time they get to the braking zone. Oblivion's waiting to pick up the pieces. In the back, the battle of the brothers. P6 and P7.
Oh, Owen's left.
Owen's left, so he thought he might come back out with the final lap, but doesn't look like it, Derek.
Yeah, he was in the pits, wasn't he?
He is.
I keep mistaking Jadon and Odon on occasion. I thought for a moment that was Odon. No, Zom's extended his gap a bit.
Yeah, he's had a good run through that middle sector.
In fact, Oblivion is now actually potentially going to threaten Matman for P2. Especially if Matman runs wide. Yeah,
just caught the grass.
So that gap's coming down. He's on with a second gap.
So, final lap of the final race of the evening.
Tom catching Zombie at the moment.
Holding firm, the fastest lap of the race there from Tom Duval, 49.5. Race Potter keeping his brother at arm's length as well, 6th and 7th, and Derek in 8th. Andy in 9th. Johnny Boy in 10th. Mohawk Media still holding off Mikey for 11th. Just see then Mikey is closing. And where does he go? He's going to go the long way around. And what the Mohawk Media needs to do is get over and squeeze him a little bit more. There we go, that's better. Yeah, good that. Well done. Now get the foot down, side by side. Mikey though edges ahead through the S's. And you come back at him.
Tom's now all over the back of Zombie at the moment. Zombie flashing the lights, trying to get it turned.
Still 0.8 of a second then. Matman's not close enough. He is closing. In the background, yeah, Tom Duval all over the back of Zombie. He's going to go for a move. He likes to move into this hairpin. We've seen him couple. Zombie sees him coming, covers the inside. Tom Duval's not afraid to go the long way around. However, he's not quite got the enough of an overlap that time. Zombie's lost a little bit of time to Matt through that sector, but Matt's not close enough still. Does he get this corner right? He does. Oblivion's right there on the back of Matt. 7/10 cover your front three as they come to the hairpin for the final time then. They'll all get their car stopped and turned. Matt's right on the back of Zom. They've had a fairly equal exit.
Oblivion's catching.
Is he going to be enough again? I just don't think there's going to be enough overspeed, especially with Matt having the slipstream from Zom, but it's going to be a double victory.
Zom's trying to break the slipstream.
It's a double victory. I think he's just weaving to celebrate. It's a double victory for Zom. Matt gets second, Oblivion third. Zombie just holds off Tom Duval by half a tenth for fourth. Base Potter just holds off his brother by under a tenth for sixth and seventh. Derek gets eighth. Andy comes across the line in P9. Johnny Boy P10. And Mikey will hold off the Mohawk Media for his beloved P11. With the Mohawk Media in P12. And there we have it then. The double victory then for Zom in week 1. And with it, he might be close to the championship lead, I think. We'll see. It'll be close between him, Matt, and FaZe Potter, definitely. But then, so then results of the final race of the evening. Zom then is victorious. Just held off Matt Man by 3.5 tenths. And the flag there with Oblivion, just 6 tenths back there. Your top 3 covered by 6 tenths of a second after 10 laps of racing. Great battling between those 3 there. And Oblivion, I think he needed that result there after the first 2 races. Promised so much for him, having got pole position, but a jump start. He recovered and then span in race 1. He span again in race 2. He gets a podium though in the race 3 to end on a high at least there. Zombie gets P4. Just held off Tom the flag there, who might have had a little bit more there, but for that contact with FaZe Potter, had to drop back and regroup. But gets P5 there, so good nice work from him. FaZe Potter, solid week from him there, 2/3 and a 6th. Now just held off his brother, who gets P7. Derek gets P8. Andy gets P9. That one. Johnny gets P10. Mikey salvaged P11 there, pipping the Mohawk Media there, having gone off on lap 1. And the one retirement in that one was Jadon. And that was week 1. We've got 9 more weeks of this to go, so plenty more great GT3 action coming at you over the next 9 weeks. Well, the next 10 weeks is the gap in the middle. But yeah, back tomorrow then. GT2 kicks off at Autopolis with the Porsche race and the Super Formula race. We'll go over the ins and outs of GT2 and GT1 in more detail tomorrow. With GT1 also on Friday. Also at Autopolis then, but so we'll go over how that looks, the GT1 and GT2 looks tomorrow. So, thoughts on week 1, Jeff? What's your feelings towards week 1 of this GT3 season?
That was pretty fucking awesome, I thought.
It was. Certainly was. Race 1 was brilliant. Some good battles across all 3 races. Yeah, it was good to see people getting results, good results as well. Johnny Boy and Omega, I think, could be very impressed with their night's work. FaZe Potter as well.
Yep.
Zom and Matt, Tom. I think a lot of people will be very happy with their night's work.
Yep. Some great on-track action. Maybe a few little things that could have been avoided.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of race rust. So iron out for next week, but nothing too horrendous at least.
That was a great little evening's racing to start off the season.
Indeed it was then. So
hopefully
9 more weeks of this.
Yeah, hopefully we can do justice to that in GT2.
Absolutely. So yeah, back to GT2 tomorrow. Join me at 8:30 for that then. But from us for this evening, thank you very much. Before we go, if you haven't liked the stream, please do so. There were 27 people in here earlier, so we haven't got 27 likes on this. Somebody's getting their head stamped on. Doesn't necessarily be one of you, it could be anybody. And I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but somebody will get their head stamped on somewhere. So. Yeah, congratulations, Tom. Well done. But yes, from us for this evening, thank you very much for joining us. Join us tomorrow at 8:30 for GT2. But from us for this evening, thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye.